Hi guys, I just want to check in. It's a little late, but I want to check in. I've been talking a lot about homeschool today and homeschool materials. I also want to speak about some of the fears parents might have or some insecurities parents might have when they want to start the homeschool journey or they feel like this is where they're being led to. And I will tell you this, any fear that you do have is 1,000% valid, especially if you never solely decided to educate your child. It is a big responsibility because you are really responsible for their intellectual outcome. You can't blame the teachers, you can't blame the school system, you can't blame the mailman, you can't blame the weather, you can't blame anything. It's solely on you. So, some things that I've learned while homeschooling these years is that you have to fully embrace it and you have to look at your child's education as if it's you being educated and you will be living through them in their life. So, obviously, I know that you're not vicariously trying to live through your child, or you shouldn't be, but you have to take on their education as if it's going to be yourself using their intellect later in the future. Love their future just like it's yours, okay? And this helps you have more inspiration and excitement and less fear and, insecurities about homeschooling your children. I do know a lot of parents are like, I, you know, barely even know what the homework is that they're bringing home, and I haven't had to do this type of math in a while, or I haven't, had to write this level of whatever it is. But I promise you, I'm still learning, new things as I go. You never know everything. You never know everything. But we live in an age of information, and things that you don't know, you don't have to not know them for long. You can educate yourself and you can, be a great example to your child and a great teacher to your child. And so some of those things I, up the ante on my personal side far as educating myself and my personal growth. And that also helps, I do a whole lot of reading, especially because I am becoming a holistic health practitioner, healthcare practitioner. So there's a lot of reading involved, and that actually helps me stay in the school mind and then go to my children and educate them. Um, but yes, whatever you are insecure about, it's okay because it is a brand new thing. And I will say, try to make as much curriculum ahead of time to save yourself days where you're like, I am making something up on a fly. I did that. I found myself making things up on a fly in the very beginning, and it just didn't work so well. I ended up not meeting standards that I felt like I should have been meeting. He obviously was getting very educated, but I wasn't able to fit in certain curriculums and make it nice and smooth the way that I wanted to do it. So make sure you know what type of teacher you want to be. Give yourself some grace, give your child some grace, and go with the flow. You are the teacher, you are the principal, you are the educator. So you make the rules, and whatever you see your child learning style is, create the curriculum around that, okay? And remember, if you do need a break for a day or two, you can, because you are the teacher. So make sure you keep everything documented and you keep folders. Be as organized as you possibly can when it does come to homeschooling, and keeping notes and things of that nature. That also helps it go a little smoother. So just understand what type of child you have, what type of education style do they have, and what type of teacher do you imagine yourself being, and try to work towards that, little by little. And that's why I think summertime homeschool is wonderful, especially for parents that is trying to start off, because it's no pressure. It's You don't have to document it. You don't have to be so serious and be so strict, but it is a wonderful training wheel to figure out what type of learning style your child has, what type of teacher you think that you're going to be, how you see the year going, and what to even start your curriculum off with for the following year. So the summertime has a lot of wonderful things that you can do to enhance your homeschool experience when the school year returns. So these are just some small tips that I have, on top of course, making things project based, and also like art therapy, play, and I'll speak a little bit more about that. But art is a very big thing here in this house, and through that, I educate my children in every single subject, all the way down to history. So everything can be a project, and it doesn't mean it has to be huge, but a sit down learning style, especially for melanated boys, that's just not flying. Okay, if you have girls, they may or may not sit down and be okay with that sit down learning style, but boys are not doing that. Okay, they have the wriggle worms. They have to get up and run, and maybe you turn around and they're on their head, like you don't know what they're gonna do. But that's the joy of being able to educate your own child, because they get to still play, and there's no one telling them that they are misbehaving, and you're not getting phone calls, and you're not getting notes that this kid can't focus, or whatever the excuses are. If they have the wriggle worms, I allow them to get up and do what they need to do so they can refocus. So just little things like that. I'll be dropping more nuggets about homeschooling throughout the summer to prepare the parents that are considering homeschooling. And I most definitely encourage parents to go the curriculum base, where you are able to make your own curriculum. I don't know if that's available in every state, but I know where I am, it's called the umbrella curriculum, and I get zero help from the school district, just the way I want it, because I want to teach my child the way that I want to teach them, and it is working very, very well. But I am going to make sure I drop more content about how to begin homeschooling and how to set your mind to being a homeschool parent and getting away from some of those fears, because you're really the teacher now. And so that is definitely a big badge to wear as your teacher, because whatever outcome your child has, it is most definitely on you. So, like, share, and subscribe. I always forget to say that, but like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.